Hi, I'm Luan with Tagawa Gardens in Centennial, Colorado. We're here in my own garden today. You know, I've always told people in this arid climate there are two things they should absolutely try to grow. One of them is lavender. Mine's looking pretty good right now, and my honeybees are certainly loving it. The other thing we should be growing in this arid climate is garlic. Even if you don't love garlic, it's a whole lot of fun to give away, a lot easier to give away than zucchini. No offense to the zucchini growers. You might think that my garlic is looking pretty rough about now, but actually it's looking just the way it should because it's telling me it is ready to harvest. So this video is on harvesting garlic. We'll post another video on the how-tos of planting garlic in September or thereabouts when Tagawa's beautiful display of seed garlic comes in. We routinely have more than 30 different varieties, but for now we're focusing on harvesting the garlic that I planted last fall. Garlic is ready to harvest when about 1/3 of the leaves have begun to dry down. If I harvest a lot sooner while most of the leaves are green, the garlic bulb may not have reached its full size. If I harvest a lot later when all of the leaves are dry, the bulb itself may have started to dry too. That will reduce its shelf life. So just like Red Riding Hood, not too early, not too late, we're going to harvest the garlic when the timing is just right. First, I'm going to pull away this 3-inch layer of straw mulch. Mulching garlic beds is absolutely essential to suppress the weeds and help keep the soil cool and evenly moist. Now, I stopped watering these garlic beds about 3 weeks ago, so the soil is pretty dry. You really don't want the soil to be wet while the bulbs themselves are trying to shut down. I use a good, sturdy garden fork to help loosen the soil so I can lift the bulbs out. In some places, in some climates with lovely, loose, fluffy soil, you can just pull them out, but not so much here. Now, every fall when I plant my garlic, I try to make sure that I'm putting it in with some distance, so come fall, when it's harvest time, I have room to work. But every season, I still manage to skewer a few. Once the soil's opened up just a bit, I can work the bulbs free. I clean them lightly, just enough to brush off the loose soil, and then I set the bulb in a tray, leaves, roots, and all. So those are some do's. Now for a couple of don'ts. Knock the soil off. Don't wash it off. These bulbs have been in the ground, they're beginning to cure and dry up just a bit. The last thing we want to do is get them all wet all over again. And don't leave your garlic bulbs sitting out in the hot sun for very long, where this tender tissue can get damaged, kind of like a sunburn. And if you've planted more than one variety, now is the time to make labels for them as they're being harvested. We need to cure our harvested garlic in a dry, airy place outside of the sun. That will really extend the storage life, how long it actually lasts until you're ready to use it. I bundle mine up in bundles of 8 or 10 heads, clearly labeled, and then I hang them up in the garage for 3 to 4 weeks until all of this top growth is dried down. We'll pretend that this bulb has finished curing, and that's when I would cut off the top growth, leaving, half an inch or so of stem, and I would trim the roots too. I'll use a soft toothbrush to gently tidy them up a bit, and then try to leave as many of these wrapping layers as possible in place around the bulb to help keep it fresh. Never store your cleaned up garlic in the refrigerator. It's going to think it's been through winter and then it's time to sprout. Try to find a place to store your garlic that is cool and dark and airy to keep the mold and the fungus and any softness away as long as possible. Now remember, this video was about harvesting garlic. Next September, we'll be shooting and posting another video on how to plant garlic, probably in September when Tagawa's beautiful gourmet garlic, seed garlic, comes in for planting. You'll want to be there. Don't miss out. Remember, we are Tagawa's, your garden and garlic store, and so much more. If you like this video, please share it with your friends and find others like it on our Tagawa Gardens YouTube channel. Also, find us on Facebook and Instagram.